Und lässt Patalada. And that song will never be not stuck in my head. Hello everybody, and welcome to today's Hyperfixation stream. I'm quite excited, honestly. He sings sometimes. He sometimes does. I will never stop getting the first song of Tooth Fairy out of my head. It's impossible, it's stuck in my head, and I don't think it will ever get out of it. I love the song. I've been for years at this point. It's a good song, and it's actually correlating to what we're going to watch today, because we're going to be watching The Secret of the Tooth Fairy today as our first complete video today, and then we're going to go into Act 4. I thought about doing it the other way around for a moment. I decided against it for, well, at this point we're going after when videos came out, and the Tooth Fairy one came out before Act 4. So we're going to go with Deadline, and I'm very excited about that because they are two really good videos, and they're so good that both of them are on the list of my top videos, which is enjoyable. They're really enjoyable. I really love them with all my heart. Hi Stitchy, welcome to chat. How's it going? The Tooth Man is in the title. Mostly because we're going to be watching a Tooth Man, as one of the first things today. We're going to... I have pulled up the end of Act 3 here, so we can take a little look into the end of Act 3 again to remember what happened, obviously, and where we are standing currently. And then we jump into The Secret of the Tooth Fairy, which is a whole video that completely relates to the Tooth Fairy and to the point that we see in the end of this one, which is why we're going to be watching it again and diving back in so we can see again. Before we do that, am I loud? Am I quiet? That is the question right now. I'm asking that because I'm seeing Discord different, not Discord, I'm seeing OBS differently than I normally do. So I want to know if the audio is fine or if I need to, if I'm quieter than usual. That is the question right now. I'm very excited though. It's going to be such a good one. I'm very excited. I'm going to be talking a lot about it probably. Okay, I'm playing the video, and at the end of the video you can tell me if it's loud. If it's loud, let me know. Good.
Ich bin so froh, dass du an meiner Seite bist. Und so viele andere jetzt auch.
Alright, that's good. Wait a second, chat. I remembered what happened. Give me 1 second. I need to fix one of my filters. He's goopy. It is true. I think that should change how it is. Does it or does it not? Nope, that's the wrong setting. Sorry, I messed around with my audio settings and I can't find the right setting anymore. This was right where it belonged then. Hey Chad, ever played around with your audio settings so much that you accidentally turned off your mic? Ever done that? I think it's this one I messed around with. I am small, canonically. Canonically speaking, I am small. So, is it this one? Oh, it's this one! I found it. I found the setting. Found the setting, chat. And I messed around with the wrong one, but I found it again. Alright. I should be able to be a bit louder again. I'm trying not to hit too high. I'm trying to limit myself to not shouting at my mic. But otherwise, I will be the same audio volume than the video if I talk over it. And that's a problem, because then you probably can't hear me very well over the video. I stopped this video at the perfect time just before the tooth fairy comes in, which is such a perfect point to end. But there.
Manchmal ist das Glück eben doch auf unserer Seite.
Is it though? Is the luck on their side? That is what we're going to figure out today. And what specifically? Great visuals. Yeah, I meant right before, literally right before. We're going to be figuring out what's up with if they actually got lucky. How? It's literally my German hyperfixation. Okay, today we're going to obviously get to be continued and actually learn if they got lucky or if they didn't. And we're also going to learn how Rune Beloved ended up
Manchmal.
I'm trying to get the picture. How Rune Beloved, Tooth Fairy Beloved, gets to that stone. And that is going to be what we're finding out first, because that is what most of the next one is about, and I'm very excited about it. On that note, there's one thing I want to share right now, in the beginning of the stream. As I've said before during the series, there's one unreleased one currently. That one releases next Saturday, the 1st of March, as a YouTube freebie one, which is not the official release yet. It is an ad read, it's not actually. In between the Amazon release and the YouTube public release, there's going to be one more Hyperfixation stream in between, and that will bring us exactly to the point of released videos before the last one, before Act 6, because we are watching The Secret of the Tooth Fairy today and Act 4. And in 2 weeks, hopefully, in 2 weeks, I'm saying hopefully, it could be that my time plan gets a bit messed up. I'm going to make sure we get those streams done though. But in 2 weeks, we're going to be watching Act 5 and a spin-off, and that brings us exactly in front of the place of Act 4. Act 6, which comes out on Saturday. I'm going to be watching it on Saturday. I'm not going to be watching it on Saturday, actually. I'm going to be watching it on Sunday. But I'm trying to keep it... I'm trying to keep it to the 2 watches of the Amazon release, and I'm going to be watching the public release when the premiere happens, because I like supporting, obviously, and I like to watch it on YouTube as well. And not just will the last Hyperfixation stream be the week, 2 weeks after public release, if I counted right. Yeah, it's 2 weeks after public release. No, it's also going to be my stream anniversary, which I very much hope to be able to do on the day, which is the 25th of March. And that would be the last Hyperfixation stream, my anniversary, and an actual watch without me having watched a video for 5 times already. but it's going to be my hopefully third watch then. Which doesn't sound as epic as it could be, because I will not be able to hold myself back for like 4 weeks. So you gotta take what you get. Also, Oscar, yes. Also, why is my chat messed up again? Let me fix you, chat. You mess up every single time I have you around for some reason. So let me fix you and put you back into your corner. This was advert time for upcoming streams, and I know all my numbers because I've studied my time plan. I haven't, but I realized that and I thought it was funny. But yeah, we are going to dive into the secret of the Tooth Fairy. With this picture in mind. We're going to dive right into the secret of the Tooth Fairy, which I actually have open already and prepared just for you guys. And it's going to be an epic video. I'm very excited. There might be a lot of me talking about details. I love this video. This is one of the most watched ones I have. Excluding the very old ones because they have been out a certain time now. I watched them when I was younger, obviously, already. But from the newer ones, since I started rewatching everything, this is one of the ones I've watched the most. I love this video. It is a very good one. So I might talk a lot about it. It is not as long as some others. It's about 30 minutes. Might just lead to me talking a lot, which could drag this on a lot longer than expected. Which isn't that fortunate because Act 4 is like an hour long. But we're going to dive into the secret of Tooth Fairy with that. With all the joy that I have in watching this video. And all the love I have for it. Subtitles are bad, by the way.
Den Menschen verlangt es nach Nahrung.
I mentioned it before.
Und mich verlangt es nach ihren Zähnen. Doch als Zahnfee ist es meine Bestimmung, dieses Verlangen zu kontrollieren.
I think I showed this. Oh yeah, we looked into this. The first time when I made my promise to actually stream this, the first time when we skipped through some of the videos after watching the original Tooth Fairy one, we looked into that one because I talked a little bit about it. I didn't go into too much detail, I think. I don't remember completely. But I mostly switched in between videos back then. The teeth, I don't like the teeth theme that much. It's something I don't enjoy that much. Fun fact to the teeth scenes. If you watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, if you were younger or older, I don't know. In the end of the 2007 movie, which is the one with Johnny Depp, there is a scene in the end that's like filmed out of the mouth, and I hate that scene with a burning passion so much that I always have to skip it. And I've rewatched that movie like 6 times within like half a year at that point. I have to look away during that scene because I can't take it. I hate that. I have a burning passion for hate for those scenes. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would make them. They are horrible in my opinion, and I do not like them.
Das freigelassen wird, was man immer zu unterdrücken versuchte.
It's a cool picture still. I love that picture. That is a good. It's a good thing.
Und genau deshalb muss ich ihn
I love the subtitles. Trust.
Doch ich bin wieder zu spät.
Where
Wo
are
bist
you?
du?
Dark. That is a new costume indeed. And it's a new character as well.
Rattengift, Rattenfallen. Oh, eine 50 Kaliber Browning Gatling Gun. Zu übertrieben? Nö, das wird das Hotel noch aushalten. Wow, Betty!
Vorsicht, schnell! 3.
Was?
Yes, where the spider is, by the way. Because we love spiders.
Schweres als mein Selbstbewusstsein. Die Hochbetten haben gekündigt und der Schimmel in der Gemeinschaftsdusche sinkt so schräg in die
That is
Gegensatz
really
zu
horrible
ihm, die haben-
subtitles. Yeah, I talked about it at some point. I talked about it during an earlier stream. Yeah, I did do that. To be fair, that's been also like about 6 months now, so that you remember that I talked about them is honestly impressive, because otherwise the only person I've ranted about that specific video about was Chai. Chai has no memories of anything probably. I've told them, except for like basics, even though I talked about it a lot. I'm reloading those subtitles because that is horrible. I'm sorry.
Zumindest ein DIY-Tutorial aufgenommen, wie man Risse wieder zumacht. Ja, schau, ich bin Ray und das ist Myrtle. Mit Teamarbeit und Hoffnung können wir zusammen das Hotel reparieren. Wir müssen nur...
Das ist dumm, Ray.
That is stupid.
Guck weiter, gleich kommt ein krasser Cameo.
That is Trimax.
Das bringt doch
It
nichts,
is actually
Ray. Guck doch,
Trimax.
der Zeigefingerzeiger zeigt schon Borderline-Symptome. Oh. Es gibt nur einen Weg, wie wir dieses Hotel vor dem Zusammenbruch retten können. Zahnfee muss endlich ihre dunkle Seite einfangen. Und zwar...
Heißt das, Harry hat jetzt Feierabend?
Du hast erst Feierabend, wenn Mikroorganismen deine letzten Knochen zersetzt haben. Myrtle, weiter. Nur leider stark. Zahnfee immer einen Schritt voraus.
Umso mehr müssen wir der Zahnfee helfen, Doug zu finden.
We need to help the tooth.
Leichen.
Keine Ahnung, was du gegen Leichen hast, aber das Hotel repariert man, indem man es repariert mit Myrtle.
Und wie lange willst du bitte schön noch Myrtle?
Ich warte hier so lange ich will. Sag doch auch mal was, Harry, was ist deine Meinung dazu?
Honestly, that's funny. I'm going to give a fun fact to that in a second. Harry is John. He sweated a lot under that. They make a joke about it at some point. Minty is a German streamer called Phoebe. She is maybe 19 at this point, but she was 18 when they filmed that. She's like one of the youngest who is like giant on Twitch in Germany. And Ray's voice is actually the German voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, which is really funny. I never watched it. I have no clue about SpongeBob SquarePants, but I do know that because they talked about it, and it's really funny and enjoyable, honestly. They made good choices with it. Sometimes those cameos happen. There's a lot of actual, like, properly famous people in these. So, yeah. Considering we have, like, massive singers. Yeah. Very impressive, honestly. Very enjoyable.
Harry bekommt Flashbacks von seinen geschiedenen Eltern.
Harry has to go.
Weg. Harry muss seine geheime Teleportationsfähigkeit einsetzen.
Teleportation.
Oh, Harry teleportiert sich immer besser. Ich hinterlasse Spuren, sie werden mich finden.
Ich habe eine Idee. Wenn wir alle Standorte markieren, wo die Zahnfee Doug verpasst hat, sehen wir vielleicht eine Spur, ein Muster. Und dann können wir herausfinden, wo Doug als nächstes auftauchen wird.
Smart, Ray. Scheiß auf die Leute, die sagen, du kannst nicht, bist hässlich und stinkst.
So was wird über mich gesagt? Von wem? Von wem?
Hauptsache, es passiert nichts mit Zimmer Nummer 4.
I will I think to understand why we're having this series, it's important to tell a little bit about what happens every single time a video comes out. I heard this video came out after it already had like publicly released on YouTube, and I watched it, and I didn't stop talking about it for a week. Chai can say that, Chai knows. Chai was there, I didn't stop talking. To the point where I want to get Chai to watch it, so I started going through the transcript, which is by the way really bad. The transcript is not good. But I started going through the transcript, and I'm not kidding. I could recite like half the video from memory, word for word, without the transcript. That is how much I watched this video. I know what they're saying. Yeah, it is horrible. I know. Still, I haven't watched this in like a month at least. I think I haven't watched this since I started regularly streaming it every 2 weeks. I haven't watched through everything. I can recite half of the texts of them completely out of my head. Just watching it, I could talk with it. I'm holding myself back because otherwise I will talk the whole time and just say their lines. That is how bad it gets. Which, that is something that I've noticed as somebody who used to be on stage for theater. you learn other people's lines really quickly at some point. If you play with them on a regular basis, you learn their lines. I played theater for 6 years of my school life. And in those 6 years, out of 4 of them, I was old enough to actually care. And I could, my first ever proper theater, like whole thing that I did on stage that wasn't a musical and was like in secondary school at that point then, afterwards I could play that by myself completely. And I could do that perfectly, no papers needed, I didn't need to look at it. When I got older, I used to take on more responsibility and I knew a lot of the lines of other people, which is a curse and a blessing because it means you know what you need and you know what lines come before you and stuff and where you can butt in if it's needed. But it's also a curse because you forget your lines as well at some point. And sometimes you forget your lines, but you remember everybody else's and you don't know which one is your own. It is nice because you know lines. It gets confusing as well. This is one of the things that I'm so passionate about, that I remember lines. Which is an issue. I shouldn't be talking the lines with it. But room number 4.
Wäre schade das Geheimnis von Zimmer Nummer 4.
Psst, Ray, man weiß nie, ob uns jemand belauert.
You never know who listens in.
Das H in Harry steht für Liverpool.
The H in Harry stands for goodbye. My baby!
Oh, hallo, Zahnfee. Wieder kein Erfolg gehabt.
53 Tatorte. Die armen Teufel, die ihm ausgeliefert sind. Und mit jedem Mal wird Dark kaltblütiger. Es ist mein Name, den er verhöhnt. Wie
Weinies.
lange ist es jetzt her, dass ich keine Zähne mehr sammeln konnte? Monate. Während er da draußen weiter wütet, bricht hier alles zusammen.
Those are called Weinies. That's their actual name. They're Weinies because they cry and he drinks their tears. There's more fun facts about them, but they aren't until Act 5. So yay. But they are silly. They're lovely.
Die Zeit rennt uns davon.
He didn't actually kill any of them. He didn't kill them. He pretended to kill them. So the others would start crying and he could drink their tears. But he didn't actually kill them. He put the one he fake killed back. But I didn't notice that for like the first 2 watch throughs or something until somebody pointed out in a reaction I watched.
Keine Sorge, Zahnfee. Ich habe da eine Idee, wie wir finden können.
Du?
Wenn wir alle Standorte markieren, wo du deine dunkle Seite verpasst hast, sehen wir vielleicht eine Spur. Ein Muster.
Meine Idee.
Da können wir vielleicht herausfinden, wo Dark als nächstes spawnen wird.
Gamers. Where he next spawned.
Okay, Message angekommen. Aber durch die
It's
Markierungen sehen
censored.
wir wenigstens, dass Dark als nächstes dort auftauchen wird, wo das U
It
aufhört.
needed to be
Gut
censored.
gemacht mit dir, mein Junge.
Junge, bin Hör. Obwohl manchmal auch der Dämm. Kommt drauf an, ob er schläft oder nicht.
Hugo. Also a streamer.
Ich bin wieder so müde.
Okay, schlaf lieber weiter. Du hast heute genug gedatet.
There's the hand. It's not necessarily a problem with like YouTube. YouTube isn't that bad on it either. Not even in Germany. But with them releasing that on Amazon as well, it can become a problem. That's depending obviously on what Amazon gave them, on like what they can have in it and what not. But with them publishing on Amazon as well, it can be just something that they were told by Amazon that they couldn't do. Because that was the first one. They did both. They did both. The U just wasn't finished. They basically, like, the U... They censored both. The U isn't finished because Dark hasn't shown up to complete the U yet. So the next point where they're like having to go is where the U finishes. And that's kind of why that one isn't finished. They censor both, just in case, you know, it's necessary.
Jetzt
The hand
wird die
is
Suche
cool,
nach
by the way. I
Dara
love the hand.
endlich ein Ende haben.
Yes!
Und ihr sorgt dafür, dass das Hotel
Yeah.
vorher völlig kaputt geht.
It's hard because the subtitles are really bad, so it makes less sense. But they stood there and the Tooth Fairy went like, message received. I need to go where the U ends. That's basically what was said.
Yes!
I love the hand. It's so cool.
Und Ray, ich weiß, dass die Idee mit der Karte von dir kam. Gut gemacht.
Yes!
Scheiß auf die Leute, die sagen, du kannst nichts, bist hässlich und stinkst.
Was? Wer sagte das? Ich kenne doch gar nicht mal so viele.
Skinny Break 17 mit den 2,05 €.
His name is Papa Platte. He is a famous German Twitch streamer. That thing is actually a clip out of his stream, as far as I'm aware. Yeah. Fun times.
Kuss. Vielen Dank, Mann. Chat, ich habe crazy weirde News bekommen über das Paluten-Gronk.
Way too many layers.
Drama. Ist crazy, was da abgegangen ist. Wir gehen da gleich drauf ein. Ich gehe nochmal ganz schnell auf Toilette und dann ziehen wir uns das Drama rein. Boah, Mike, Alter, ich habe gar keinen Bock auf die ekligen Verschützen-Fans auf der Gamescom, Mann.
Logan?
Schöne Beißerchen.
Yeah, Paluten is one of the people I used to watch when I was younger and still sometimes do. This could go down so many levels. Paluten is one, if not the richest and most famous gaming YouTuber in the German scene. He does well. He does very well. He has a wife and a child now since last year. His child was born last year. And they married last year as well, I think. Time's weird. He makes content that's more for younger people. It's not my type of content that much anymore. I watch very limited videos nowadays, and those videos are limited to who's in it. Because I obviously have my German people who I watch. One of them, I watch basically everything of that I can find, that I have remote interest in. A lot of his uncut videos nowadays. His name is Tombe, lovely person. If I play Minecraft and you hear me call zombies not zombies, but zombies, my brain sometimes just does it. And the other silly guy, her name is Mordado. A trans person, lovely person. She's amazing. She's an amazing artist. I loved her content since I was young. And the three of them with GLP, German Let's Plays, great name by the way, Manu. The four of them are like a group called the Freedom Squad, which came out of a very long Minecraft series with over 370 episodes called Freedom, where from Paluten originally, and the other three were part of it in the end, and they became the Freedom Squad and are the established Freedom Squad, even though there were other creators in that series. And it's like a story-focused series with like, they did a lot of stuff during that, like a lot of modded stuff. It's really hard to capture the essence of Freedom. It's a great series. It is very much 2000 and, I don't know, 16, 17 YouTube still, and Minecraft. It isn't like highly produced video type. It is just story focused, very story focused. Especially later on, it's mostly story, and every single episode brings the story forwards instead of what they had in earlier episodes, just chilling and building sometimes. It's good. It's a good series. I watched through it once completely, and I watch some episodes every now and then. It is good. it is fun to watch. And those four, even though there were other creators in it, those four were the only ones that stayed for the most time. Manu was a part of Freedom since episode, I don't know, 15 or something, maybe even earlier. Maybe it was like 10. And he was a recurring person for like 370 episodes otherwise. And Modado and Zombie both joined at episode 100, where they're gone for a while and then returned, and they were like the end group. So they are known as the Freedom Squad, while the others were part of Freedom but aren't considered part of the Freedom Squad. The Freedom Squad is very much still loved. People beg for them to play together again. Maybe one day again. They said that multiple times. That depends on how things go currently. But yeah, that's a rabbit hole that I just went down. Sorry. I'm cutting myself short. But yeah, there was a Paluten Gronk drama, which I have no clue about what it is about. I did not know about it. Gronk is another massive gamer in Germany. He is basically the oldest. He's the one that's been here forever. A lot of people grew up with him. I didn't watch him. I have no clue what their beef was about or what the drama was about. Did not pay attention to it. I think it also aligned with like some drama in another community I was part of. So, yeah. I can only pay attention to so many dramas. Also, I didn't really care. So, yeah. But that's who Paluten is and who the rest of the group is. You're welcome.
Oh, du hast meine Liebesbotschaft endlich entschlüsselt.
Du scheinst mich ja sehr vermisst zu haben. Dark.
Ich geb's zu, ohne dich macht es nur halb so viel Spaß. Oh, wie unhöflich von mir. Magst du geröstet und gesalzen?
Du hast genug
Roasted
Auslauf.
and salted.
Du musst mit mir zurückkommen. Du weißt, was auf dem Spiel steht.
Gesprochen wie kein
Wie kein
Löwe.
Löwe. Lachhaft. Du bist nur eine Kopie von mir.
Du hast keine
Nein,
Ahnung,
nur eine Parodie von mir.
Parody.
Warum lachst du nicht?
weil das Hotel und der Schild ohne dich immer mehr zusammenbrechen.
Oh, da hat wohl jemand Schiss, dass ein ungebetener Gast
I
ins
wonder
Hotel
why.
kommt und dein geheimes
Sorry.
Geheimnis lüftet.
I don't want to spoil things, so I'm trying to keep my mouth shut because I obviously know what's happening. So I'm trying to keep my mouth shut about some of the comments because they are very foreshadowing, and I make comments about them that are even more foreshadowing then. Shouldn't. No spoilers.
Komm schon. Lecker Käse. Los, zeig dich, du Ratte.
Guten Abend.
Ein Gast.
Ein Gast?
Das Hotel der berühmten Zahnfee.
I did this with Shy once. I did it when Act 4 came out, actually. We see those lovely posters back there, and I will talk about them for a second. We say ZK and we say Klaus. ZK's, and all of those posters are out of the original, like, screenshots, basically, out of the original music videos and not taken. That code, by the way, is tasty. He does look good in it. Sorry, you get to see who he is in a second. But those are from the original. And I realized that because of costume changes. If we look at Klaus, if you look at Klaus over there, we see that like the gold is completely missing. There's no streaks in his beard and stuff. It's not the fancy version yet. And with ZK, at that point, there wasn't a reveal on how ZK's updated outfit looked. Not for another 2 months. But this is a screenshot out of the music video. It's an old, it's first of all the old costume. It didn't have any overworked like style or anything yet. And I rewatched the entirety with that. And because of that, I knew that outfit and that pose because he does that pose in the music video. So for me, I'm hitting my mic again. For me, that was clear that that was old videos. Okay, Red is mentioned. In fact, Red mentioned. Okay, you get to see who he is.
Haben Sie noch ein Zimmer frei?
Nein.
Do you still have a room free?
Lass den armen Streamer aus seinem kranken Fetischwahn.
Seid ihr von Elton? Das tut mir leid, Mann.
Wieso? Der Junge tanzt doch ganz normal im Rhythmus. Hex, Hex.
I wonder why.
Durch. Weg hier.
This is really funny. Papa Platte was made to be dancing because he used to dance before his Twitch career started. His Twitch career started, to my knowledge, during COVID mostly, but before that he used to be a dancer. So they made him dance because it was funny. Yeah. Also, yeah, that guy looks weirdly familiar. I wonder why. Maybe because he was in the show already.
Sorry. Wenn du mich jetzt entschuldigst, ich koste nur das aus, was du nie haben wirst. Freiheit. Goodbye.
And Streamer Boy
Ich
dance.
bin wieder back.
I'm back again. He surely wasn't the trust.
Im Hotel zum Zahn.
Die Freude ist ganz meinerseits.
Sie haben Glück. Alle Zimmer sind noch frei.
Außer natürlich Zimmer Nummer 4.
How often can you mention room number 4
Was ist denn
challenge?
Zimmer Nummer 4?
Wir reden nicht über Zimmer Nummer 4.
Reden wir lieber über unsere Kellermitarbeiter Assen. Die sind richtig OP und kümmern sich ums Gästegepäck.
Hast keine Mietezeit? Musst arbeiten.
Work-Life-Balance.
Basta! Oh my god, I shouldn't punch my desk. This man, yes, try, yes. This man is Juice, old, teacher. He used to teach you how to sing. That is his child, and I think, I'm not sure about her. That's either also his daughter or his wife. I'm not sure about that. I always forget. But the youngest one definitely is his daughter. Yeah, they work. They work for them. South Korean angst noises. Daughter, we love you. So, yeah. I think that's her parents. And that's their child.
Gänsehaut bis in die Eier.
Ich mach's schon selber. Vielen Dank. Kurze Frage, wäre es möglich, auch mal mit dem Hausherren zu sprechen?
Die Zahnfee, die auf geheimer Mission ist, die Türen als Portale nutzt, die nur sie selber aufmachen kann?
Nö.
Hier, ihr Zimmer. Oh, ey, Hut!
Mein Hut?
Seien Sie auf der Hut. Wir haben eine kleine
Be careful.
Rattenplage.
Vielen Dank.
Was?
Hast du das gehört? Eine Ratte haben sie dich genannt.
It is Pete. It is the adorable little Pete. We love Pete. Pete is adorable. They called him a rat though. How dare he? How dare they call him a rat? Well, Oscar, you see, this plays before the world went down. Well, before the man in the moon returned. He's very much alive. That's also why Oscar's here. Not you. Serious Oscar. Considering that serious Oscar actually died. Pete didn't die, by the way. Wait, did he? Wait, where are we in the storyline? Oh, he was snipped away. That is what happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's before blowing up the moon thing. This is basically timeline-wise, this plays before the last songs in a bean, Act 3. Yeah, Act 3, and technically before, technically kind of during or just before, the Easter Bunny and Santa spin-off. That's always kind of debatable if it's during or before that, because it's just indicate it's before Act 3, and because it's before Act 3, before a specific point, it just has to be either during those or before that. You will see what it has to do with that. Why I mean, he's currently just here and then changes clothes. Yeah. 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 You will see.
Keine Sorge, für die Rattenbemerkung wirst du dich noch rächen können, mein kleiner Spion.
You will be able to avenge it.
Laut den Spuren auf der Karte sollte
The phone case!
so hier
Sorry.
aufhalten. Siehst du schon?
I'm fine.
Ich sehe etwas.
Ja. Mich gibt es wirklich.
Wer bist du?
Ich bin Girlie, aber keiner glaubt, dass ich ein echtes Mädchen bin. Oh Gott, schon wieder ungefilterte Tweets gegen mich. Das Internet ist so böse.
Look, girly. Okay, a lot of background to this. There's a German YouTuber called Ungespielt. Ungespielt lives in Madeira. Ungespielt was cancelled last year. Why was he cancelled? During COVID, another bigger German content creator wanted to move to Madeira. He did move there as well. Madeira is an island that's part of Spain, I think. I'm not sure anymore. I think it's part of Spain. And when he wanted to move there, he basically got bullied off the island by Unge. And there's a few other things that happened, but that's the main thing I remember of it. Everybody was kind of like, what the fuck? Please, no. Except for one Twitter account called LurkGirly, which is supposed to be a second account of Unge to, like, make him seem more likable. Like, by having somebody defend him, make it seem more like he isn't... Okay, it's Portuguese. Alright. It's something down there. Well, it's one of those countries. I was close. By having, like, a supporter and stuff. Didn't work, by the way. Lord Girly was just a meme for everybody, which I didn't know as either, because I only know about German drama, like, on the sides most of the time. Unless it's something big, I don't know a lot about it. So, yeah, that's the story behind Lord Girly. That's why she exists.
Und gefährlich.
Und ungesund.
Und unsicher.
Und man fühlt sich ungeschützt.
Darum nutze ich persönlich NordVPN. Ein virtueller privater Netzwerkdienst, der
Advertisement time.
verwendet, um deinen Internetverkehr zu schützen. Es kann außerdem so eingestellt werden, dass du automatisch mit dem VPN verbunden wirst, sobald du im WLAN...
I love that everything is really badly done through the, like, translation, except for the advertisement.
Das klingt ungelogen geil.
Ich weiß, der NordVPN-Bedrohungsschutz blockiert außerdem von ganz alleine gefährliche Websites und Ads, sodass du besser vor irgendwelchen Scammern geschützt bist.
Aber das ist bestimmt ungeheuerlich teuer.
Ist es nicht, denn mit meinem Link nordvpn.com/Zahnfee bekommst du 4 Monate zusätzlich auf eine 2-Jahresdauer.
That's how she looks. That's how the profile picture of the Twitter account looks. Wait a second. I'm putting you onto the PNG scene for a second. I'm looking if I can find her Twitter account for a second. Yes, I will always call it Twitter. I love dead naming it. Almost like Elon Musk likes to dead name. Whoopsie. Who said that? Me. Large Thea indeed. Sorry, I had to log into my Twitter first. It's not even my Twitter I logged into. Wait a second. How good that I'm the only person actually using this Twitter. I don't think the account exists anymore in that way. That's sad. Yeah. I don't know, the account doesn't exist anymore. There is some that pretend, but the actual account, is private at this point. But yeah, that's why she looks how she looks. Yeah, welcome back to the screen.
Inklusive einer 30-Tage-Geld-Zurückgarantie.
Thank you.
Das muss ich unbedingt haben. Haltet euch fest, Internet.
I need to have that unbedingt because of
Auch haben. Wie ging der Link doch mal?
Ja, sneeze, ja.
Na, wie war das nochmal?
I live in a household with 3 other people. 2 of them are sick. The first comment we got, the other half of this household that aren't sick, the first comment that we got was the people who never go outside stayed healthy, but the people who go outside and actually should have a better immune system got sick. And I'm like, yeah, accurate. Going outside's dangerous. You could get sick. Why not stay inside and be healthy? I've been keeping my distance. I don't plan on getting sick. If I get sick, I'm going to throw something against the wall, probably. I have plans. Yeah, I'm mostly fine. To be fair, I always have something, but otherwise I'm fine. Totally fine. Not sicker than usually, so I can live with it. But that comment was just like, I know why, because technically if you go outside and are in the cold and stuff, your immune system, like, gets stronger. Well, if I don't go outside, I'm also less likely to catch sickness because, nobody can give it to me. So, I see the advantage. We're going on.
Dark.
We're not even halfway through the video yet.
Schön zu sehen,
It's
dass du
almost
nicht
an hour into
verschüchtern
stream.
bist.
Keine Sorge, für dich reicht's noch.
It's alive!
Bereit für Ihre Roomtour? Und das hier ist das Highlight. Santas erster Schlitten. Und dann gibt es auch noch... Oh, Zahnfee?
I said we're going. I meant to watch a little bit longer than like 10 seconds, but I can't. Yeah, the bag's just fine. I think what's to be considered is that Rune keeps Klaus' first sledge in his living room. Like literally. That's kind of like sentimental. Just like, oh, that's my brother's. I'm keeping it. It's my brother's, but I'm keeping it. I need to look at it. Like, who says that man doesn't care? Who says they don't care for each other? That is a perfect thing of like, I care about you. Stay safe.
Du bist schon wieder zurück? Es hat schon wieder nicht geklappt?
Ja, habe eine Zahnfee. Welch eine Ehre. Ich bin Oscar.
Wer?
Oscar?
Nein.
Wer gefragt hat.
Zahnfee?
Ask.
Alles okay bei dir? Du siehst blasser aus als ein normales Blass.
Ich war so nah dran. Doch am Ende hat's einfach nicht gereicht.
Hat Spaß gemacht. Bis bald.
Ich kann deine Verzweiflung verstehen. Nur wenn du dich wieder vereinst mit deiner dunklen Seite Dark, wirst du dein Hotel retten können.
Was weißt du?
Das klingt nach einem Gespräch und 4 Augen. Ich lasse euch da mal alleine.
Ich weiß mehr über dich, als du glauben magst.
You could also say it's a conversation for 4 ears because you also have normally 4 ears. That would also be working.
Ich kenne dein Geheimnis.
Was?
Dark und du, ihr wart mal eins.
Ah, ich dachte, du meinst Zimmer Nummer 4.
Wie ich bereits sagen wollte, als ich von deiner Abspaltung erfuhr, bin ich fast daran zerbrochen. Die unvollkommene Zahnfee. Und der Schlüssel...
Don't question puns, please. Especially if I make them, don't question them. Also during that scene, if you speak German and you're able to see that, what's being said and the mouth movement don't match up. Why is that like that, Anthea? They said it in a behind the scene video. And it's literally because they changed the text because that one fitted better than the original, so they just spoke over it and didn't re-record it. Because it was already post-recording, so they just made him say the new lines.
Macht entzweit.
the staff. It's so pretty.
Ich verfolge dich schon lange. Seit ich ein kleiner Junge war und du mich besucht hast und mir im Tausch für einen Milchzahn einen goldenen Taler dagelassen hast, hast du etwas in mir verändert.
I would love that. Please, Woon, come to my house.
Vor allem von...
Please, Woon, come to my house. You're not going to leave my house then again, but come to my house.
Von einem Wächter. Diese Zahnfee hat mich zur Alchemie inspiriert. Diese Zahnfee muss zurückkehren. Und ich glaube, ich habe einen Weg gefunden, dir dabei zu helfen.
Und wie?
Du bist nicht mein Sohn, auch wenn du so aussiehst.
Keine Sorge, das wird jetzt nur sehr schmerzhaft werden. Das ist ja nur Plastik.
Schluss jetzt.
So, das reicht jetzt. Wo ist mein Anwalt?
Oscar, jetzt!
Was bist du denn für einer?
Nur ein einfacher Gärtner mit einem Händchen zur Alchemie.
Just a gardener.
Eine Falle? Was ist das hier?
Don't those stones look familiar?
Endlich! Jetzt kommst du mir nicht mehr.
Der Moment ist gekommen, mach schon.
Jetzt werden wir wieder ein.
Evil work indeed.
Warte, Zahnfee. Wir können doch darüber reden.
Schmerzen?
Die schlimmsten, die es gibt. Los weiter.
Wer bist du, dass du eine solche Macht über einen Wächter hast?
Manchmal ist ein wenig Druck notwendig. Wichtig ist nur, dass ihr wieder eins werdet. Du musst jetzt das Richtige tun, Zahnfee.
Du hast recht.
Hurt him more. Nope. Give him freedom.
Nicht so. Ich will, dass wir beide mit vereinter Bereitschaft diesen Schritt gehen. Dark.
Never.
Niemals.
Literally. Never.
Gut, alles mottelt nach Plan. Dann habe ich ja jetzt Zeit. das
Not
Video zu
strong,
leiten.
Tooth Fairy anymore.
Ich sag's euch.
Was soll das? Stopp, ich bin doch kein Riss.
Oh, sorry, Mister.
Selber Miststück.
Oscar! Oh mein Gott, Oscar!
I must say, okay, I'm going to say this now because otherwise my explanation doesn't make sense. Dark obviously is the evil side of the Tooth Fairy, and white, we also see, is the good side. But you also see that in like the sense of like Dark is kind of selfish and wants his own freedom and prioritizes his own freedom over like the well-being of like general things. For example, like they mentioned earlier, the hotel or the protective shield that they have around the hotel, which gets weaker because white get weaker. White is considered a Tooth Fairy in this case. Yada yada. But white is getting like weaker, so can't hold up the shield and stuff as good anymore. And white is also presented as like the good side in the sense of not being selfish, and when she, as much as she like haunts and hunts after Dark, when she has the opportunity to actually like force Dark to join one body again, White doesn't do it because she notices that it's a bad idea and gives Dark freedom instead. It's a way to like symbolize where they are standing and what part of one person they are supposed to be. Ramble session.
Du wirst schön dafür bezahlen. Das hat wehgetan.
Lass unsere Gast
They also filmed that in an actual castle, by the way. They have a winter market.
lädt sich auch mit Mintia.
Steh mir doch nicht im Weg.
Ich bin wach, oh Helena, ich bin ungewollter Zeuge einer Gewalttat!
Ich sterbe.
Ene, mene, Miststück.
There she goes.
Nein.
I waited for you.
Wir kennen uns doch. Wir sind Freunde.
Revenge.
Oh, oh.
Oh shit, roll um dein Leben, Ray! Bitte verschone mich, ich bin doch schon tot.
Lass sie nicht los, Ray.
Ich versuch's.
Aber Kadaver.
Was passiert mit mir? Der verschmerzt, fühlt es sich so an, am Leben zu sein.
He does have that power.
2:0 für Dark.
Das reicht
Marvin.
für die heutige Dosis Chaos.
The original had.
Das war doch erst das Warm.
Okay. We're never going to finish today. I can see it coming. There's 2 points I want to make. Ray, we see Ray before already. Ray is Marvin. Seen Marvin before. During the original music video to the Toothfairy, we see Marvin come into the hotel, get his teeth taken, and basically in the end we see the helper of the Toothfairy put the skull into the shelf. That's Ray. Which is also why he's Marvin. Again, his head. Point 2 is the fact that Dark can basically revive his head kind of tells us that the staff, in a way, has the chance to, like, revive people to an extent at least, which comes closer to, like, what Ears does with, like, reviving people, but to a point of why isn't it used? Because that is part of the staff. Like, both of them get their power out of the part of the staff that they have. We see him basically reviving Ray, which kills him in the end, but still. There's a point I remembered a few days back, and I still question.
Frechheit, das wäre ein cleaner Kill gewesen.
Genug jetzt!
Would have been better.
Genug Spaß gehabt. Zeit zu gehen. Freiheit, ich komme!
He finally got good shoes as well. Sorry. Something I remember from a thing from they reacted to some of the old videos at some point. And they talked about the shoes. So I now remember and pay attention.
Ziemlich unfair, aber netter Trick.
Alle Türen sind für dich
Portal.
verschlossen.
Let's play Portal. He got stunned too wild. Step will know.
Siehst ein, du bist abhängig von mir.
Falsch, du bist abhängig von mir. Lass mal meinen Stab los.
Du gehst nicht, ich brauche dich.
Niemals, lass mich gehen.
Wartet! Ihr müsst euch wieder vereinen, so unterschiedlich ihr auch seid. Ihr braucht einander.
Mein Stab. Du hast den Dreh immer noch nicht raus. Ich helfe dir.
On the floor
Das war
with you.
mir ein Vergnügen. Aber bevor ich's vergesse, pass mir gut auf Zimmer Nummer 4 auf. Und grüß mal Eos, falls du mal wieder sehen solltest.
And greet me ears if you see him again.
Bist du das? Ist das ein Rave-Outfit? Boah.
Halt ihn fest, er darf uns nicht entkommen.
Ach so, da bist du ja. Dann teleportiere ich mich zu dir.
Lass mich
Ein paar Zentimeter bringen doch nichts. Ich komm rüber.
Das Mistding.
Harry, du hast
I'm not going to
10
talk about
Zentimeter
room number 4 yet.
Harry ist auch stolz auf Harry.
Ich bin
Auch
auch
stolz auf Harry.
3:0.
Harry! Dafür wirst du bezahlen.
Bar oder Karte? Ich hab beides.
It's a good one. You will see in room number 4 when it comes up.
Spaß. Ist gar kein echtes Slow-Mo.
Yeah. He can magically bring his teeth back.
Zum Glück waren das nur meine Zähne. Und nicht mein neues Eternal God Peace. Ladies and Gentlemen, Myna, die dunkle Verführerin von Eternal.
That was one of the prettiest ones. I'm so sorry. That's so pretty. I love it. I would love to have it.
God, ihre düstere Eleganz und die Spinne
So
prägen die
pretty.
neue Oversize-Kollektion. Beeilt euch, die begehrten Stücke sind schnell weg. Jetzt auf eternalgod.de.
Arena's such a cool one.
Du bist schuld, dass das Hotel kaputt geht.
Sieht mir eher so aus, als ob du das Hotel zerstörst.
Seht ihr es nicht? Das Hotel stürzt ein wegen euch beiden. Es gibt nur diesen einen Weg, das Hotel um euch zu retten.
Was ein Drecksloch. Wie viele Sterne hat das Hotel eigentlich? -2?
I mean, the hotel isn't doing good. The shield isn't either. One of them is having a time. 4:0.
Sie die Zahnfee wirklich so zurücklassen, nach allem, was sie für dich getan hat?
Du weißt es doch, nicht wahr? Je länger ihr getrennt seid, desto schwächer wird die Zahnfee. Bis du wie ein Normalsterblicher dahinscheiden
Bitte
wird.
drum.
Du willst dich nicht weiter binden lassen. Aber wie viel ist dir diese Freiheit wirklich wert?
How much is that freedom worth it? Also, the fan theory is that if White were to die, Dark would also die because they're technically one person. It's not confirmed, but it is theorized. We're about to get song. Sorry, I get excited. I love the song. It's so good. We're getting song. The song's so good. I'm going to shut up during the song. Because if I don't, we're not going to get through it. We're talking about the song afterwards. Also, that's a cool picture. Sorry. I meant to not talk.
Ich hasse es, so zu sein, es ist geil. gehe, sammle sogar ein Weihnachtszähne. Klappert mit den Zähnen, wenn sie euch von mir erzählen. Doch die meisten von euch werden mir wohl niemals beschämen. Euer Lächeln, doch ich komm nicht allein. Wer mit Schatten, der ist immer dabei. Zwischen Worten und der Wirklichkeit. Ich hasse es so zu sein, es ist geil. Ich hasse es so zu sein, es ist geil.
I'm taking... Sorry, I'm taking you back a little bit. Not to annoy you, but because I actually want to talk about something. Rambling is more important. The plan was to record next week, so I would have a week to get a head start on editing. So I could get a head start on editing, and then yeah, but now I don't have a head start. Now I have to record and edit that week. It's fine. I chose this myself. Also, yes. Try. Yes. Where's the point that I want to get to? It's in the end of the song. Is it round about here, please? Okay, we're just listening to part of it again.
Wait, ist es hässlich? Das ist verletzt.
Ich sag mal so. Das ist immer noch.
Okay, this. This is immer noch meine Szene, deine Gene für meine Pläne, is a reference to the first music video, where he sings, this is meine Szene, deine Gene für meine Pläne, which basically translates to, this is my scene, your genes for my plans, and in this version, it's like, this is still my scene, your genes still for my plans, basically. It's a reference. I want to point it out. It's really cool. I love the references and like lyrics. This is one that's the most noticeable, for me personally. But it is such a good reference to it, and I love it. It's a cool reference.
Sammle seit Jahren 10. Werden mir wohl niemals begegnen. Ich komm nicht allein. Niemand Schatten, der ist immer dabei. Zwischen Wahnsinn und der Wirklichkeit. Ich hab's es zusammen, es ist geil. Ich hasse es so zu sein, das ist geil.
What you got? So I needed that transition because it's really cool.
Oscar. Wer bist du? Was ist das für eine Waffe? Was hast du mit mir gemacht?
Yeah, Rune isn't having a good time. Also, those boots are way cooler than white or dark. Sorry.
Unser. Ihr bleibt hier. Passt auf, dass niemand ins Hotel kommt.
Now the scepter's ours.
Mit den Zeptern in unseren Händen fehlt nur der Mondstein und das Ritual.
Yeah, and he says, with now the scepter in our hands, yeah, with now the scepter's in our hand, we're only missing the Moonstone, which makes this one play before Act 3, so it's either during the Easter Bunny and Santa, or before it. It is considered before it, but that's timeline's really hard to do on that point. That's how he got it. That's how he got there.
Nein, ihr wisst nicht, was er tut. Er wird alles zerstören.
Er wird uns eine neue Welt schenken. Und mit dir hat er auch Pläne, Zahnfee.
He has plans for you.
Lies deinen Ehrenplatz, von dem du das Spektakel seiner Rückkehr erblicken kannst.
Jemand da? Herr Zahnfee? Wir haben Ihr Zepter.
Oh no! They are there! What could happen? Almost like we're going to see that in a moment. Opus Den. Opus Dens, by the way, chat. That's the title of the song. Opus Dens. It is very tasty. Let me show you for a second. Wait a second. I have more facts to share with you. I have more facts to share with you. I just need to quickly type them out. And then you get to see them. Where is it? Sorry, I'm a blind man today, apparently. Yes. Okay. I found the guy. I'm pulling up. That's the wrong YouTube. I don't mean to pull up YouTube Studio, chat. Trust. Wait a second. I have YouTube open. Why am I doing this so hard on myself? Why am I doing this so hard on myself? That's the question. Good thing is you do not hear it when I turn on music. That's the good thing. But here, Opus Dens is the Toothfairy song. If any of you ever want to search for that, there's a title, Opus Dens. It's a very tasty one. It is very good. On that note, we have met Dark now. This is Dark's actor, Lawrence Hideyoshi, as we've known. He is a stuntman. He is a stuntman who was at the set of Dune. He was a stuntman for that guy back there, whose name I never can say, so I'm not even trying. But he's that very famous guy who had a lookalike contest and lost his own lookalike contest or something. No, I'm joking. But he's his stunt double. I forgot his name as well. Of the Timothy Chalalala. That's how I call him because I do not remember names and I don't know how to say his name. But he's his stunt double on the set of Dune. He's German. He's from Berlin. Fun facts with Anthea. That is the stunt. That's who plays Dark and stunt doubles Dark. The stuntman who does White also was on the set of Dune, but was one of the fighters, not that high profile. Still, set of Dune, both of them. That's the fun fact of the day. Why is this the fun fact of the day for now? Because we desperately need to jump into Act 4 if we want to get through anything today, because otherwise nothing happens. Oh my god, look! It's a Grimm's Hollow video that came out like 2 hours ago. Oh my god! Almost like I posted that today. But this is the next video. Act 4. Act 4 is hitting hard. There's no subtitles, is there? Nope. Okay. I advertised for myself. Go watch it after stream. But let's go into Act 4. Came out in September.
Ich werde Miami Rose helfen.
The Toothfairy has a good time, trust.
Damit sollte es dir möglich sein, den Schild
Right, Evil Easter Bunny.
zu durchdringen.
Exists.
Zu mir aufblicken. Und Jerky wird das perfekte Versuchskaninchen sein.
Snuggles ist völlig größenwahnsinnig geworden. Er plant irgendwas Schlimmes.
Wie weit sind wir mit dem Umbau?
I'm giving a fun fact right in the beginning. My favorite song is in this. Opus End is one of my favorite songs out of the whole series, but my favorite song is in this one. It's the second song, I think. Maybe it's the first one, actually. I'm not sure. But my favorite song of the whole series up until this point is in that one.
wir dann endlich unser Triebwerk haben? Nein.
Sieht so aus, als müssten wir uns ihrer Gemeinschaft anschließen.
Vorher sag mir noch, wo ist das Grab?
Ich kann nicht.
Dann tust du es meinen Brüdern gleich und entscheidest dich, mein Feind zu sein.
Ich muss sagen, das war eine echt gute Idee von dir.
Let's go, paddel.
Manchmal ist das Glück eben doch auf unserer Seite.
Is it? Still, is it on your side? Is the luck on your side? Need to change my position of sitting, chat. Sorry. I sit weirdly.
Der Main Character John und sein Sidekick Julian haben sich auf eine letzte epische Reise begeben, um der Zahnfee ihr Zepter zurückzubringen. Warum, fragt ihr euch? Natürlich, um mit ihrer Hilfe den bösen Mann im Mond auf...
I kind of sit sideways a lot of times. This is really hard to explain, but my displays are kind of sideways because I don't have the whole desk space to move around. Why is that? I have a chest that's standing under my bed. It has rolls. It's from when I was younger, but I use it as like storage. I have like my stuff on it. So my stuff's all a little bit sideways. So I also sit kind of sideways a lot of times, which when I watch something turns into I sit completely sideways, lean against my chair, which is like turned 90 degrees to the side, and have my legs on it and stare at it sideways. And that's not a good position to sit in for longer periods of times because it's weird. So I need to change my sitting position every now and then. Yay!
...zu halten und damit die Welt zu retten. Ausgestattet mit einem magischen Kompass, der nicht mehr funktioniert, dem Gesicht vom Mann im Mond, das für alles Übel verantwortlich ist, magischen Bohnen, von denen kaum welche übrig sind, und einer Ukulele trieben sie ewig auf einem verhexten See herum, der sie festhielt wie eine toxische Beziehung. Doch zum Glück ist die Freundschaft der Eternal Bros unumstritten. Zumindest meistens. Sie geben niemals auf, das andere Ufer zu erreichen. Getrieben vom puren Mut, einem gepushten Mindset, aber vor allem...
Jo! Kannst du mal aufhören zu labern und weiter paddeln? Wir sind dem Ufer noch kein bisschen näher gekommen.
Was denn? Ich wollte auch mal mein eigenes Voice-Over haben.
Sei mal ein richtiger Koreaner jetzt.
Be a real Korean.
Sei mal ein richtiger Koreaner jetzt?
Ja. Ihr seid doch immer so überfleißig. Hier, StarCraft, alle am Durchgrinden und so.
Okay. They actually filmed those in the middle of a lake. They didn't paddle out there. They were brought out by a boat, but they actually did it on a lake. They actually had to swim in there. Well, to be on there. They had divers to make sure they wouldn't like drift away or like fall off or like the thing wouldn't like move too much. But in the behind the scenes, you see that sometimes they are really close to falling off because they just kind of played around there.
That's racist.
Nein, ich meine doch eher...
Legs were harmed.
...ambitioniert jetzt hier.
Not actually, but mentally.
Racist!
Sorry, wenn du dich von einem Kompliment angegriffen fühlst.
That's gaslighting.
Ich erklär's dir gerne nochmal, aber offensichtlich verstehst du den Ernst dieser Lage hier nicht.
That's mansplaining!
Oh, hör auf, Englisch zu reden.
That's English!
Junge, paddel einfach weiter. Ein bisschen Bewegung wird dir gut tun.
That's fat-shaming!
Ja, scheiß drauf einfach, dann scheiß drauf.
Can I give proper subtitles?
Scheiß drauf, paddel jetzt. Deshalb chillen so wenige mit dir. Wag es nicht nochmal, was zu sagen!
Atominem!
Was für ein Eminem?
Atominem!
Junge, niemand spricht so mit deinem komischen
Ja, Hominem! Latein, du Mischling!
Oh, that's racist.
The subtitles are really bad right now. What do we think? Will Reload help?
Sehr gut, sehr gut.
Du? Was ist los, bester Freund?
Mein Paddel ist weg.
Was? Wo ist es?
Da.
Na, dann hinterher.
Ich kann nicht.
Wir brauchen das Zepter doch.
Ich kann nicht.
Warum?
Ich kann schwimmen.
Wie, du kannst schwimmen? Einfach kannst du nicht schwimmen.
Schon immer.
Wo ist das?
Oh my god, what's coming there?
Trinken oder was?
Hast du was gesehen?
Nee, du?
Nee. Du?
Nee, du?
Ich dachte irgendwie, dass da was gewesen wäre.
I don't think that's a shark, actually. I think that's a really big fish. Big fish. And my favorite song is the second one, I think. Maybe it's the third. A puppy. Not a puppy. That one he actually had to jump in for.
John!
But it was filmed really close to... that one was actually filmed really close to the shore. He jumped off a pier for that, I think. And like, just had to like go down and come back up. But that one was filmed with him actually in the water to make it seem realistic. We're going to get a good song. They have a lot of good songs in those. Must say. There's a few in the earlier ones I don't enjoy that much, but the later ones are really good. Look, he's dying! Again! Almost like they're always dying. They can never survive. It does. This came out before Arcane Season 2. This came out while I was watching House actually still. So before November. This came out in September, this one. So I watched this like just before I started watching House, I think. But turns out it does remind me of it. Yeah, but I rewatched Arcane just before season 2 came out. So if I would have watched this later, I probably would have had that fresh in my memory, but I do agree with you. Because it is true. It is very fancy also. Also really unlogical because that's a lanternfish. Sorry, that's really random. That's a lanternfish, considering it has a little lantern on its head. And those are mostly in like really deep waters, and you will barely see them somewhere where there's actual light still getting to. So that's unlikely. Unrealistic. But okay. Take the pills. Getting Harry Styles.
Ist das ein Irish Goodbye, ein French Exit und noch allein? Machst du einen polnischen Abgang oder ein Houdini Invisible Dive? Ohne High Five, die Sport einfach ohne ein Bein. Machst den wo ist, weil du und keiner weiß, wo du auf einmal bleibst. Oh, wo willst du hin?
Fun fact, I have not seen a single episode of Critical Role. Whoops, I meant to. I think I did. I think we listened to it. I don't think I showed the video of it. I think we listened to it, at least. Because it's a good song. Irish Goodbye is a good song. This song is called Irish Goodbye. It's a good song. It slaps. It's very enjoyable.
Halt dein Maul. Das hier ist noch lange nicht vorbei. Du bleibst jetzt hier. Du weißt genau. Geteiltes Leid, Bro, das ist halbes Leid.
A lot of green screen work, by the way. Was not pleasurable. That was the hardest music video for them to record, for different reasons. First of all, it was just exhausting. And if I remember right, they filmed that while the premiere of another one of the videos was happening, and that's always sad. Yeah, they went into an active volcano. Trust. Get eaten.
Ein halbes Jahrtausend der Sehnsucht endet hier. Du kannst dir die Qual nicht vorstellen, die ich erlitten habe, meine Geliebte. Sobald ich mein Gesicht wieder habe, werden wir wieder vereint sein, Iris. Und dann habe ich ein Geschenk für dich.
Eine neue Welt.
Diese Bohnen von Julian sind zweifellos eine Plage.
Maybe because those beans can literally save somebody's life, considering the fact that, I mean, we have seen him before. Also, not his literal face yet. No. Considering the fact that we've seen that the beans can revive somebody technically, or keep somebody alive with, when they found the Easter Bunny, and John was hit with the arrow that would have killed him. With the dart that would have killed him. We've seen this, that the beans will keep them alive. And I think there's another instance where we've seen that, technically. Not sure.
Anders kann ich mir dein Versagen.
Oh right, there was one where character Drew thought he would be dying and took one. That happened.
Hol mir mein Gesicht zurück, bevor
Get me my face back before he reaches Woon.
Beweisen, dass es kein Fehler war, dich von den Toten zurückzuholen.
To prove me that it's not a mistake to keep you alive.
Ich brauche ein neues Gefäß. Dieser Körper ist zu schwach.
Yeah, I wonder why. You're weak. He's not. He's really strong, but he's a weak boy. Look, it's an eye, like in the Magnus Archives. There's an eye in the wall. Like in the Magnus Archive. Always watching, like Elias Boucard. It's the eye from the Magnus Archives. Sorry, the first time I saw this was my exact thought. Just like in the Magnus Archives. And I will never get rid of that thought. Never. Even after watching this for like 3 times, not a different thought about it. Tomb time. Cheer, cheer, cheer.
Hier links und dann komme ich zum Raumschiff. Hat zumindest dieser Mumienmann gesagt.
Stranger. A lot of this has TMA vibes sometimes. It's a well! Chai, what is an entity if you're afraid of wells? Sorry. Is there one that's like, if you're afraid of heights? You have better memories on that. I always have to Google. But you're technically not buried. If you're just afraid of falling down. Okay, so the vast. Because, yeah. Is the vast also being afraid of heights? Because then you know where you can find me. Yeah, because you're not necessarily stuck down there. So, okay, then the well is a mix of the vast and the buried. Because normally you're afraid of falling. I mean, I think there's both. Because you can be afraid of falling down the well, and then you can be afraid of being stuck there. So I think it's kind of both. At least in this case, I think it's both. Yeah. Are you afraid of falling down it, or are you stuck in it? I think that's a difference then. Best buried. Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Oh nein!
That child's so adorable, by the way.
Vorsicht, Julia! Julia?
Hallo? Ist da jemand? Julia?
I might have. It's a good scene. It honestly could be, because this is like the video that had just released when we had that stream where I talked about it. So it is possible. I can go see. Stop talking, little child, for a second. We can. Let me see. Okay, chat. 1 second. You're being put away. I don't want to leak my email address for a second. So you gotta wait for a second. Let's see. When was it? It was 4 months ago. Yeah. Yeah, trust, that's my email address. Yeah, it was September, like September 30th, which is before the release of Act 5 or the spin-off. So this was the most recent one and was out at the time, which explains why I talked a lot about that one. Let's see, what can I see? That's the original video. That's what we started with. There's a bit of that one. Right, we watched a little bit of the Tooth Fairy. What else? That is, oh yeah, we listened to the song. Okay, good. Now we know. We watched a bit of this. We watched a bit of the child. I talked about the child before. Child gone. Yoink. No more child. Now, look, now you can be afraid of being buried and stuck in a place. The first one was in the middle of a Minecraft stream.
Julia!
What happened?
Hab keine Angst, Julia!
Julia? Her name is not actually Julia, by the way. Down we go. Whee!
Hallo? Ist da jemand?
The door. Sorry, I get that. Puppy. Look, no more buried. It's a double scene.
Das war knapp.
That was close.
Danke.
Das hier ist kein Spielplatz. Das Monster hat den Wald unsicher gemacht. Daher muss sie es da unten bändigen.
Ich hab Angst.
Weißt du, mein Kind, in Wirklichkeit hat die Angst selber Angst. Und wer hat schon Angst vor jemandem, der Angst hat?
Okay, das macht Sinn.
Thank you. The child's adorable.
Wie ist dein Name, mein Kind?
Ich glaube, ich heiße Julia.
She does not.
Schau mal, Julia, wie schön.
Her name's actually Isa. But time. That's the explanation.
Zahnseide. Sie ist so fein gesponnen, dass man sie nicht sehen kann. Sie wird dir in der Not helfen.
And there we have the smallest thread in the world.
Danke.
Und jetzt sieh zu, dass du schnell nach Hause kommst.
Danke.
Warum zeigst du mir das, du komischer Brunnen?
I love that she doesn't question anything in her life.
Ich erinnere mich. Ich hatte als Kind so viel Angst vor diesem Monster. Ich konnte nie schlafen, bis die Angst irgendwann verschwand. Aber sie ist hier geblieben, gefangen in diesem Brunnen.
Back to them we go. They hated that scene, by the way. That scene was the worst for them.
Danke, Mr. Wahlmonster, dass du sie verdaut hast.
They hated that scene because of the slime that they had to put on themselves. Ironically, when they complained, somebody went just like, yeah, you see, for the Santa spin-off, people had to actually have the slime properly on them. Stop complaining. That shut them up. It worked somehow.
Der Wal hat uns an die andere Seite des Sees gebracht. Oh, und mir Fett abgesaugt.
Du bist ein feiner Wal, ne? Wer ist ein feiner Wal? Du bist ein feiner Wal.
Then he had to do it again.
Ja, mach eins mit beiden Fischstäbchen. Du, unser Bohnensack. Oh, lebt. Geil, heb ihn auf. Hä? Warum nicht? Ja, weil Atominem jetzt, keine Ahnung, kommt los.
Go
Was?
pick up
Ja,
the
weil du ein Macher bist. Und Macher machen.
and doers do.
Okay, einfach weitergehen schon. Du schaffst das.
It's Pete!
Wieder.
It's Pete. We love Pete. Pete back.
Geschieht dir recht. Das nennt man wohl Karma. Oh mein Gott, John, was machst du da?
Was denn? Seine Augen erzählen eine Geschichte voller Reue und Leid.
I still wish I could have gotten one. But well.
Bitte, Joe, ich möchte, dass ihr euch vertragt.
Nein, niemals. Das kleine knuffige Dreckswesen wollte mich umbringen.
Ja, aber der Flauschball ist voll OP. Vielleicht kann er uns helfen.
Ich traue ihm aber nicht.
He's so cute.
Ja,
I love Pete.
Was los jetzt? Monsieur Pete war dein Name, oder? Was hast du eigentlich in diesem Monsterfisch gemacht?
Monsieur Pete. The little baby.
Yeah, it happened. He got snipped. He's a sad little guy. Oscar's dead.
Ja, sorry, Pete, wir haben nicht zugehört. Verstehe ich immer noch nicht.
Ey, der Kompass spielt immer noch verrückt. Oh, wie sollen wir denn jetzt die Zahnfee finden?
Und Bohnen sind auch fast keine mehr da.
Shit! Du kuschelige Pissblitze, so dankst du uns!
Pete, don't run. Don't do that.
Hallo? Herr Monster? Kennst du mich noch?
Tasty songs. Trust. Getting tasty song.
Isas Flieger. Mein Flieger.
Warte. Du hast mir als Kind große Angst gemacht, aber ich sehe, dass du selber Angst hast. Ich will dir hier raushelfen. Okay, wenn ich hören will, muss hören.
Who doesn't want to listen? Must listen.
Die Angst bleibt immer dein Begleiter. Sie geht auch mit dir heim. Vielleicht ist sie auch einfach einsam. Will nicht alleine sein. Aber sehen tut sie leider keiner. Alle gehen an ihr vorbei. Schau sie an, nimm sie in den Arm und gib ihr bisschen Mut.
Ich schreib dir, weil ich weiß, dass du grad nicht gewinnst. Das Monster in deinem Kopf schickt dich allein durchs Labyrinth. Versteckst dich unter Decke.
Do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Alles scheint aussichtslos, wie ein Haus ohne Fenster drin. Von außen sieht man nicht, was dich da auffrisst. Erinnerungen, die dir immer wieder sagen,
Don't do drugs, kids.
die Angst ist nur so groß, wie du es auch bist. Die Angst ist nur so klein, wie du ihr Raum gibst. Ich war mal du und sah die Welt mit deinen Augen. Du musst jetzt lernen, in meinen Schuhen zu laufen. Und safe wird das kein Sprint, eher ein Marathon. Zu dem alle anderen Kinder mit nem Fahrrad kommen. Wenn die Decke immer näher kommt im leeren Haus. Wenn die Dunkelheit zu hell ist, die Stille zu laut. Hab keine Angst, denn die Angst, die fürchtet sich auch. Wie ein Riesenelefant vor einer kleinen Maus.
Die Angst bleibt immer dein Begleiter. Sie geht auch mit dir heim. Vielleicht ist sie auch einfach einsam. Will nicht alleine sein. Aber sehen tut sie leider keiner. Alle gehen an ihr vorbei. Schau sie an.
It does. The pets also. The beast is adorable, especially tiny. Okay, fun fact time. Exactly twice, we had somebody take 2 beans. Here and doing the original bean series. Doing the original one. And to be exact, that sounds so bad again. Doing this one. Act 2, if I remember correctly. It's already 3. Isn't it? Oh, wait, no, it's in the beginning of 2. Sorry. The time, it's not directly time travel, that's the issue. it's not time travel in itself. It is kind of traveling. It's not time traveling in that sense. That's the issue. Sorry, chat. I got a message. I am checking my message. Okay. It's not time traveling in itself. It gets explained at a later time. But the only other time that there was 2 beans taken is doing this one.
Helene Fischer.
Which is a mix between Eminem and Helene Fischer, a German singer. And again, this is the second time we have somebody take 2 beans technically, and again, it's Eminem, which I guess was never like the plan, but something that I noticed at some point, and it's always Eminem. Which is really interesting, because why is it always Eminem? M&Ms, yeah. Beans are like M&Ms. Trust. Okay, let's continue. We're about halfway done. This will take a while. This is going to be stream overtime today.
Nimm meine Hand. Kann ich dir trauen? Ich nenne dich Muff.
Muff!
Du kannst dich freuen, Muff. Bald lernst du Miami Rose kennen.
Vielen Dank für deine Unterstützung, Julia. Die Anomalien reagieren hier noch stärker als erwartet.
Don't eat Muff. Muff is important and adorable. Don't eat him. Vinies. They're called Vinies. We're just technically just criers in a way. Just like Weinen is crying. So it's just like a kind of like making it more adorable. Like what they do in Japan, for example, with like making more adorable things out of words. Don't put him in your mouth.
Ich muss schnell das Gesicht finden.
Goodness gracious. What's wrong with my chat?
Oh,
put him in your pocket.
Was ist mit dir?
Sorry, I hope you guys didn't take drugs. This isn't a drug case. That actually happens. Put him in your jacket pocket. Or under the head.
Ich bin einer von 3%, die Pubertät überlebt haben.
I am also the person who tried to eat slime constantly. But look, the slime one just slimes look edible. Muff doesn't.
Heilige Scheiße! Ein fliegender Ausländer!
Ich vernehme die Pheromone vom Captain Jockey.
Now he can fly.
I was born at morning on the first day.
No, don't eat him.
1900.
Oh, I'm going to share facts in a second.
My mom was a sweetheart. My father was too. They left me a watch and an old pair of shoes. I guess I've been lucky to some degree. For someone who...
Okay, fun fact time. They obviously filmed with people who knew what they were doing with the animals. And he had massive respect before the bees, which I understand. I hate flying things, so my enemy, my mortal enemy, flying things. but this horse was his mortal enemy because he is terrified of horses. So this was horrible for him and he was so scared of it. He was scared of the horse, not of the beast, the horse, mostly.
Stars been alive and my goose hanging high. I'll be okay.
Look, a child. They have a child now. Yeah, they filmed it on a farm. They were supposed to film somewhere else, but they couldn't then, so they had to switch it. But they have a child.
Ja, das sollte reichen. Können wir jetzt unser Triebwerk haben?
Aber du musst doch erst die Schweine noch melken.
Ne, das muss reichen. Ganz ehrlich, ich habe schon alles gemolken von euch. Kühe, Frettchen, Fische, Loveboard. Deins, hör auf, das Baby zu stillen.
Schade, dann schmeiß ich das Baby ein.
I hate children.
Wenn ich weiter Farmville spielen, während meine Crew auf das Triebwerk wartet.
Wir haben alle Briefing gepackt. Außer, ihr wollt noch ein bisschen tanzen.
Nein.
They had such fun with that.
Na gut, dann nehmt euch doch euer Triebwerk.
Endlich. Komm, Deins, wir gehen.
Bleib doch bei uns. Du bist so ein hübsches Weiblein.
Ich bin kein Weib.
Was? Ein Mann?
Auch kein Mann.
Also ein Mann oder Frau, oder nicht?
Inkorrekt. Es gibt exakt 23
Transport.
Geschlechter,
Transport, by the way.
in den uns bekannten
Sorry.
Galaxienscanner. 23 hoch 11 plus 1. Gerade wurde ein neues Gender entdeckt.
Das ist falsch.
Ich bin tatsächlich Ihrer Definition nach ein Mann gewesen.
Wie meinen's?
Ich habe nur einen neuen Körper bekommen, zweimal. Mein erster Körper war ein Olymp 3000 mit Dragonfire-Modul. Danach hatte ich ein sehr starkes Downgrade zu einem weißen Cis-Mann.
A massive downgrade.
Zu viele Informationen.
Calling me to that.
Aufklärung
I'm a
ist
transport.
essentiell.
Los, wir hauen ab.
Dirkie!
Jerky bitte, mit J.
Dirkie! Da ist ein kleines blaues Weiblein!
Das ist mein Hohlarmband.
Eine Nachricht von Lieutenant Rose.
Transport.
Snuggets lässt die ANUS in ein Schlachtschiff umbauen, um die Menschen zu versklaven.
Verdammt. Das ist ja schlimmer, als ich dachte. Die haben ein verdammtes Kriegsschiff aus meiner ANUS gebaut.
Transport is canon.
Auch wenn nur
We
noch
love
ich
it.
übrig geblieben bin. Ein einsamer Wolf. Sorry, hab dich nicht mitgezählt, weil du halt eine Maschine bist.
Danke, Jerky.
Werde ich kommen, um dich zu retten. Ich brauche nur eine Armee. Eine Armee von...
No E-Boys this time.
Oh nein! Oh nein! Der Zeitloch! Er schließt sich!
Eat hair.
Verpiss dich. Showtime.
König Snuggles!
Was?
Das Zeitloch! Es schließt sich!
Unwichtig. Das hier ist wichtiger.
Oh, Susanna, don't cry for me.
I love them. It's a good story. Also diversity.
The world goes on. I sing my song. Give my own true love to see. Oh, Susanna,
Off they go.
don't you cry. Hold the tears back and dry.
Don't question it, Oscar. Just don't.
Warum rasiere ich mich eigentlich?
Gute Frage. Werde dir über den Moment bewusst und genieße ihn. Und nun streckt eure Arme in den Himmel und spürt die Sonne. Die einzige Nahrung, die ihr braucht. Spürt ihr die Energie?
Oh ja, ich spüre sie.
Look, it's for the red man. It's a lot of little red mans. It's a lot of little red
Jetzt muss ich
mans.
mir wieder einen neuen Kult suchen.
Also, there's a reference because I know this because I've known the series for a long time now. But he is the Upmod guy from the original Songs Out of the Beans. That is why he's like, now I have to look for a new cult. It's Chikor. It is. all of it is Tricor.
So when will it start? No, I loved you from the start. Listen to the words I sang to you.
Ich taufe es das Mammut. Alle werden vor mir kriechen.
You will never get rid of that. You ran one Minecraft call, you will never get rid of it. There's nothing you can do.
Und darum, meine brüderlichen Bauern und
You're doing great, trust.
wir nur gemeinsam die feige Ratte Snaggles besiegen. Wer von euch titanischen Kriegern folgt mir in die Schlacht?
Niemand hört Ihnen zu, Jerky, Doppelpunkt, Klammer auf.
Ja, ich merk's. Jebediah, was ist los?
Dies Ding da ist das Spiel verrückt.
Hey Stick, wir sind nicht sicher mit unserer Technik im Internet. Für Himmelssack.
Kannst du uns beschützen in der virtuellen Welt?
Ich nicht. Aber NordVPN.
NordVPN?
Genau.
Add
NordVPN
time.
gewährleistet Sicherheit durch eine starke Technologie, die äußerst robust ist und im Übrigen auch ein prima Schutzschild ist. Deins? Wärst du so nett?
Zusätzlich verfügt NordVPN über den Bedrohungsschutz Pro, der nicht nur gefährliche Websites blockiert, sondern sämtliche Dateien beim Herunterladen scannen und die bösartigen entfernen kann. Piep, pup.
Ich will es haben. Ich tausche NordVPN für 2 Esel.
Ich tausche es gegen mein Erstgeborene ein.
Yes.
Nur wegen dieser 3 Minuten.
Ganz ruhig, niemand muss hier irgendwas für NordVPN eintauschen.
Denn ihr bekommt ein extra Angebot auf das erste Vertragsjahr.
Und zwar mit dem Rabattcode NordVPN
.com/
Captain Jerky. Gern geschehen.
Die sind nun alle OnlyFans-süchtig geworden.
Verdammt, das hat schon so einige intergalaktische Hochkulturen ausgelöst.
Hier sind meine Bilder, Jerky.
A toaster.
Eine Armee. Und was bekomme ich? Influence. Wie soll ich damit einen Planeten?
I'm sure that will work great.
Quirky.
Chai.
Jerky. Also doch Dirky. Oh, Dirky. Du wirst hier keinen Kriecher finden. Friede ist unser Weg. Und Kämpfe, Hanoi, Widerlichkeit. Da ist er, unser Engel. Und einzig unser Engel könnte uns jetzt nach Umstar. Oh Gott, was ist denn das?
Etwas Mächtiges fliegt auf uns zu, Jerky.
Bei der dappigen Kuh, da fliegt unser Engel.
The angel's coming.
Er hat uns gehört, auch wenn wir nichts gebracht haben. Der Engel ist das. Er zeigt von der
He heard us, even though we didn't ask for something.
Zeige uns ein Wunder. Ein Wunder.
Ich vernehme die Pheromone von Captain Jerky. Wo ist er?
Lass mich los, ich kann selber gehen.
Sub to me, actually. I'm all for subbing to me. Don't sub to Chai. No, sub to Chai, please, guys. Sub to Chai. That man also looks
Was hast du
like
gemacht?
Keine Mitleid, Pubertät, Captain. Ich bin nur ein voll fruchtbarer Mann. Und Sie?
Mir wurden die barbarischen Sitten und uralten Prüfungen des Dorfes aufgezwungen. In North Front.
Interessant. Das erklärt den Heugeruch an deinem Cosplay.
Kannst du wieder normal sprechen, Babu?
Okay, Babu. Snaggles hat unser Schiff gekapert. Und jetzt brauchen wir eine Armee. Aber diese Amische verweigern jegliche
No,
Form
it's
der
a
körperlichen
leave.
Auseinandersetzung.
Aber Captain,
But
ich sehe
yeah.
hier nur Menschen mit Potenzial. Außer der hat kein Bart.
Ich will Abel sagen, wenn ihr, unser himmlischer Boden, uns das Go gibt, für den Friede zu kämpfen.
Go.
Da.
Go.
Es ist beschlossen. Lass uns gemeinsam das Raumschiff zurückholen und die Welt retten!
Vorher müsst ihr noch durch unsere Prüfung. Deins?
Beans.
Guckt euch an, alle weak, aber bald UFC, werde knall, haltet G's, voller Kampf, put your knees, breit wie 8 SUVs, das ist das USP, lernt euch zu kontrollieren, sonst stürzt ihr ab, wer ein Freak, ihr habt's noch nicht verstanden, seid alle Rohdiamanten, wird Zeit die Ratte zu fangen, halt gut zusammen wie Atlanten, ich geb euch Ecken.
Training montage indeed. Also every song with Funda is already good.
Aber wir wissen auch nicht, ob wir statisch genug sind, um das alles durchzumachen, ja?
Fake beard.
Kleine Leute und ob der kleine
Literally.
mit der Axt jetzt da rumlaufen, also vielleicht...
I don't think Jew is able to grow a beard that's more than like his tiny mustache he sometimes has in like a year. Sorry.
Bleiben wir lieber doch hier, also...
He never had a
Vorschlag,
beard.
dass wir vielleicht lieber
And I
hier
hope he
bleiben.
never will. A lot of the time. Yeah, yeah, it is still supposed to just like look like the actual person. They have more fake ones sometimes. Wunder.
Die Arme haben genug.
Every song with Punda. Punda is amazing.
Mein Raumschiff. Immer noch mein Raumschiff.
Look who found it. Look who found their way to the ship. Come on, Julia. Wow.
Hi, ich bin Isa, aber ihr könnt mich Julia nennen. Ich bin die beste Freundin von Miami Rose, die kennt ihr bestimmt. Blond, kleine Nase, hübsch, also wirklich sehr hübsch. Ich wäre gerne sie.
Danke fürs Kupfer.
Hast du Text? Nö.
Du? Nee.
Lasst mich hier raus! Ich will mit Miami Rose sprechen. Ja? Was machst du hier? Miami Rose? Bist du es wirklich? Ja.
Box time indeed. They are in the box.
Ich glaube dir, wenn du den Test bestehst. Wie viele Finger zeige ich gerade? 4? Oh mein Gott, du hast recht, du bist es wirklich. Jetzt fehlt nur noch, dass wir unsere Sätze gegenseitig... Was machst du hier? Beenden. Bist du allein? Wo ist dein Freund?
That's by the way one of the funniest scenes to see them film.
Knuffmuff? Der ist gerade in der Pubertät. Nein, der Mensch. John? Der lebt wieder. Der lebt wieder. Nein, der mit dem Fake-Bart. Egal. Wir müssen hier irgendwie raus. Snaggles aufhalten. Snaggles? Kenn ich den? Snaggles ist ein Widerling, der unser Raumschiff übernommen und dann auch noch die ganze Crew auf seine Seite gezogen hat. Und jetzt versucht er, euren Planeten zu erobern. Vielleicht kann uns mein Freeze-Strahler helfen. Du hast meinen Freeze-Strahler. Gebockt. Schau mal, jetzt beenden wir unsere Sätze. Ich habe eine Idee, wie wir hier rauskommen. Okay, hör mir ganz genau zu. Der Freeze-Strahler. Im mittleren Compartment befindet sich ein Energie...
They had such... Honestly, obviously they did it a lot, because they have a lot of characters that the same person is in. So they had it a lot. There are some scenes that are funnier to watch with it. During the couch scenes, when you saw both of them sitting together, they weren't able to move the camera or like anything in frame, which didn't work that perfectly, but it worked fairly okay. That one, they just had to they had a double in the other one, and then just switched. And then she switched costume, went into the other one. It worked. But it's still funny to watch, especially because it's just those two and nobody else. Also, yeah, Tribe, what are you planning?
Okay. Aber mach keine schnellen Bewegungen. Das ist hochkonzentriertes Freeze-Tonit. Den Kern musst du vorsichtig entfernen. Und gegen die Barriere werf nicht wahr!
The couch seemed not very cool.
Du solltest aufhören, meine Sätze zu beenden. Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, maybe don't do that.
Wow, ein eingefrorenes Mammut. Endlich habe ich dich gefunden, Papa.
Nothing
Sabina,
yet.
Nachdem meine Hochzeit mit Stella geplatzt ist und dann auch noch Stella geplatzt ist, hast du mich die letzten 2 Tage aufgefangen. Daher meine Frage. Bist du wirklich so 50% Plastik?
You don't, child. You didn't.
Willst du mich heiraten?
This role was supposed to be Gnu, who is a lovely YouTuber. She didn't have time doing that, so she didn't. She wasn't able to be there. But it would have been Gnu was asked if she wanted to do it because she had multiple beauty operations before, so the joke would have worked with her as well. it's a flying guy.
Warum hilft mir denn keiner? Ein fliegender Ausländer! Noch ein fliegender Ausländer!
Chai's very smart. Trust Chad.
Bleib stehen, du fluffiges Wesen! Ratte, her mit unseren Bohnen!
John, was machst du?
Ah, was ist das für eine Scheiße? Joe, guck mal!
Das Hotel der Zahnfee.
It's the Toothfairy Hotel.
Weggelaufen, sondern hat uns hier hingeführt.
Danke, Pete. Komm, John, wir haben es geschafft.
Aber hier ist irgendwie etwas. Das war eine Art Schutzschild.
Wie bist du da durchgekommen? Ich glaube, das liegt an meinem Schild.
Das ist jetzt nicht dein Ernst.
Was?
Du hast ja das neue Eternal God Piece geholt, ohne wie
It looks so good.
Ich hab doch auch was für dich, Bruder.
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 Nachdem der Knit-Sweater letztes
Der
Jahr
ist
komplett
so
sold aufgegangen ist, hat sich Eternal God etwas
cool.
Neues überlegt.
Love
Neben einem
them.
Restock kommt jetzt ein Colorway in rosa dazu und eine Black Edition
Sorry,
vom
that
Knit-Sweater.
it's a really
Kuschelig
cool
weich
one.
und die Quali heftig. Und passend dazu gibt
I
es
lo-
jetzt noch
there's a
Füße.
lot of ads.
Checkt eternalgod.de ab und beeilt euch.
So, reicht. Los jetzt. Fast am Ziel. Kaum zu glauben, dass das hier bald alles vorbei ist.
Such pretty much though.
Hallo? Jemand da? Herr Zahnfee? Wir haben ihr Zepter.
Oh mein Gott, Joe, guck! Die Zahnfee!
It's such a cool picture. They're so cool. I love them.
Als er noch zu den Guten gehört.
Und der Mann im Mond.
Point that I made earlier of like Rune does care about his siblings. The fact that he has posters of all 5 of them, even ears, who wouldn't be known by like the world basically. So he does care. He does care. It's lovely.
Shit, Masken!
Aber wo ist der Rest von ihnen?
Eindringlinge? Sie tragen das Zepter. Schnappt sie euch!
Und bringt sie zu unserem Boss?
Oh, nee, die. Ja, wer stellt mich denn jetzt in meiner Zentrale?
Was zum Hominem ist das für ein Gaslighting-Plot-Twist?
What is this for a plot twist? And unlike with the Tooth Fairy, it is a plot twist. Because we are actually at the end for the day, which means you have to wait 2 weeks for the next Hyperfixation stream. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Who could have expected that? I could have. But yeah, we are done with today's videos. I think I'm being threatened by Chai again. Chai, you get to listen to me ramble next week. Also, I already told you a lot of, like, Act 5. But, well, we're going to be back in 2 weeks with it. I had so much joy today. Okay, to be fair, we watched 2 of my favorite ever videos out of the entire series. Because that is actually impressive. Those are such good videos. Yeah, we watched my plays 2 and 3 today. Next time we're going to watch my plays 1. Yeah, Chai gets exclusive Hyperfixation rambles every single time I watch these or a new video came out for like the last 6 months, but is still somehow really greedy and can't take 2 weeks of waiting time for the next Hyperfixation stream when we're going to be watching The Man in the Moon Act 5 and the Sandman spin-off, which I'm really excited for. It's a good one. They're really good. Two weeks is a bit. I know. I can't do it differently. Until for next time, I'm going to write down the theories that there are for the end of the series, and we're going to talk about them next time after we watch the spin-off, because it is before we watch the last one then, and then we can share theories. So yeah, really excited about that. Let's see, can I rate you somewhere? Okay, I don't. Hi chat, it says I have a raid in progress, but I can't see that I have a raid in progress. So I kind of doubt that I do. Yeah, okay, for me it just doesn't say that I'm raiding apparently. That's great. Let me pull up my own Twitch for a second so I can actually see. But yeah, I'm sending you over to Scar, who's playing the headliners right now, which I'm going to say something to that, because I saw a notification that Scar was streaming headliners, and literally 20 minutes ago, I got I got a notification from YouTube telling me that Zombie, who I talked about earlier today, uploaded his next headliners video, which I've been waiting for the past week. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I'm sending you over to Scar. I had a good time today. I will be back next week on Tuesday. Same time with a Cat Quest stream. No Saturday stream this week. I'm not here. There's still videos coming out as usual for the next... there's coming out as usual. Ah, I was too slow, chat. Bye, chat. I'm a slow guy. Bye, chat. Yeah, I forgot that there's a limit on it. But yeah, bye, chat. See ya. See you, chat. See you next week. Bye.